The NFL world was buzzing this week with a piece of news that caught even the most die-hard Ravens fans by surprise. John Harbaugh, after 18 seasons at the helm of the Baltimore Ravens, is reportedly heading to the New York Giants. While the deal is not yet finalized in contract, details are still being negotiated. Multiple reports suggest that barring any unforeseen setbacks, Harbaugh's next chapter will be in New York. For anyone waking up to this story today, this is more than just a coaching change. It's a seismic shift for two franchises and a coach who has defined an era in Baltimore football. From the perspective of the Ravens, it's a bittersweet moment. Harbaugh has been synonymous with the team, a constant presence through highs and lows alike, leading them to a Super Bowl victory and consistently keeping them in playoff contention over nearly 2 decades. But all good things eventually come to a crossroads, and the timing now feels inevitable, despite the emotional attachment. There's a pragmatic logic to this decision. Both sides, it seems, are poised to benefit. The Ravens get a chance to refresh and evolve, while Harbaugh embarks on a new challenge with a team eager for leadership. And the Giants secure a coach with a wealth of experience and a proven track record. For Harbaugh, the appeal of the Giants is clear. He steps into a roster with some promising talent, including quarterback Daniel Jones and several defensive pieces that have shown potential in previous seasons. There's a sense of optimism that he can make an immediate impact, both in terms of shaping a winning culture and developing players. And while fans in Baltimore might be holding their breath, there's hope that parting ways could still include a small gesture of goodwill, like an impactful player trade, though that remains speculative. Harbaugh's coaching staff, including key figures from offensive and defensive coordination, is another factor that could influence the trajectory of his new tenure in New York. The mix of experience, strategic insight, and leadership he brings might just be the catalyst the Giants need. The Ravens, meanwhile, find themselves with the hottest coaching opening in the league. After years under the same leadership, the franchise is ready to explore fresh perspectives, new strategies, and perhaps even a cultural shift. Steve Bisciotti, the team owner, has been candid about the decision, acknowledging the need for change after recent seasons fell short of expectations. Missed playoffs, fourth quarter collapses, and underperforming key players all contributed to the sense that it was time for a reset. Wow. The move to part ways with a long-standing coach is never simple. It underscores the organization's commitment to accountability and performance. In an NFL environment where coaches often overshadow players in decision-making, the Ravens' willingness to act decisively demonstrates a focus on long-term success. The coaching search itself is unfolding with meticulous attention to detail. Ravens executives, including Bisciotti and the general manager, are bringing in a diverse array of candidates, evaluating them for head coaching and coordinator positions simultaneously. This approach allows the organization to explore multiple possibilities at once, gathering insights into coaching philosophies, leadership qualities, and strategies for maximizing talent. Particularly with a quarterback as dynamic as Lamar Jackson, names like Cliff Kingsbury have surfaced in this process, not only as potential head coaches, but also as candidates for offensive coordination. The organization seems intent on casting a wide net, examining how each candidate could contribute, either in leading the team overall or in specialized roles, to build a sustainable winning foundation. What's particularly fascinating is the level of engagement expected from Lamar Jackson in this process. Owner and leadership feedback indicate that he will be invited to provide input, offering his perspective and insights as the organization works to align its future leadership with the player at the center of their franchise. This marks a shift from traditional approaches, reflecting a broader trend in the NFL where franchise quarterbacks are increasingly involved in shaping the leadership around them. Balancing Jackson's input with the vision of ownership and management will be critical, and it adds an extra layer of intrigue to an already compelling coaching search. Transparency and accountability have been central themes during this transition. Steve Bisciotti's recent press conference was described as a breath of fresh air by many fans and analysts. Rather than relying on vague statements or corporate speak, Bisciotti addressed the challenges openly, acknowledging where the team fell short while emphasizing the steps being taken to correct course. For observers, it was a rare glimpse into the decision-making process at the highest level, highlighting the thoughtfulness behind moving on from a coach who had become an institution in Baltimore. The frank discussion of missed opportunities, fourth quarter failures, and playoff disappointments underscored the serious evaluation that preceded this change. Critically, the Ravens' approach reflects a dual commitment, maintaining respect for a coach who gave so much to the organization while taking decisive action to ensure the team does not stagnate. Harbaugh's legacy remains intact. Even as he moves on to new challenges, fans may feel a mixture of nostalgia and anticipation, knowing that the franchise is entering a new phase while honoring the contributions of a coach whose tenure defined modern Ravens football. The process moving forward is as much about preserving culture as it is about winning games, and the organization appears to be balancing both with deliberate care. As the coaching carousel continues to spin, the NFL community will be watching closely to see which candidates emerge as frontrunners. The Ravens' open-minded approach to interviews and evaluations suggests that flexibility, strategic thinking, and the ability to maximize Jackson's unique skill set will be prioritized. Offensive minds like Kingsbury and McDaniel are under consideration, with the organization exploring how their philosophies could fit within the larger framework of the team. Similarly, defensive candidates are being scrutinized for their ability to not only manage schemes, but also inspire and develop players, ensuring that the Ravens remain competitive in all phases of the game. In many ways, this transition period represents an opportunity for Baltimore to redefine itself. After nearly 2 decades with the same coach, the team has a chance to embrace innovation, experiment with new strategies, and build a coaching staff that complements both ownership's vision and Jackson's exceptional talents at the same time. Harbaugh's move to the Giants promises a new narrative filled with challenges and possibilities. For fans across both cities, these developments are more than headlines. They are the start of a fascinating chapter in NFL history, where legacy, leadership, and opportunity intersect in ways that could shape the league for years to come. As the Ravens continue their coaching search, the focus has shifted from the shock of Harbaugh's departure to the strategic opportunities that lie ahead. The organization is taking a methodical approach, carefully evaluating candidates who can not only lead the team as a head coach but also potentially serve in other critical roles if the fit isn't perfect for the top job. This dual-track approach allows Baltimore to stockpile options and maintain flexibility, ensuring that they are not simply filling a vacancy, but building a sustainable foundation for the future. In this context, the interview process becomes more than a formality. It is a deep dive into philosophies, leadership styles, and visions for how the team should operate on and off the field. Offensive minds are at the center of much of the conversation. Coaches like Cliff Kingsbury, known for his aggressive schemes and innovative approaches to quarterback play, are being considered not only for head coaching duties, but also for their potential impact as offensive coordinators. The Ravens front office seems intent on understanding each candidate's ability to adapt, teach, and maximize talent, particularly with a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, whose unique skill set demands both creativity and precision. The team is looking for someone who can leverage Jackson's athleticism while also instilling a system that ensures consistency and minimizes mistakes, particularly in high-pressure situations. The evaluation process is rigorous, with candidates expected to demonstrate not just X's and O's knowledge, but also the leadership qualities required to maintain accountability and drive results. Defensive coordinators are receiving equal attention, as the Ravens recognize that building a championship-caliber team requires balance. Evaluators are assessing candidates' ability to construct resilient schemes, develop young talent, and adjust dynamically to in-game challenges. For Baltimore, it is not enough to simply assemble a staff with impressive resumes. Cohesion and alignment with the franchise's long-term vision are critical. The goal is to create a team where both offense and defense are synchronized in philosophy, preparation, and execution, fostering a culture of accountability and excellence throughout the roster. This is particularly important in a league where single mistakes can determine playoff outcomes, and where consistency is often the differentiator between contenders and pretenders. Central to this process is Lamar Jackson's involvement. The franchise has signaled that Jackson will be more than just a passive observer. He will have the opportunity to provide input, offering perspectives that could influence hiring decisions. This reflects a modern approach to NFL leadership, recognizing that the quarterback is often the cornerstone of a team's identity and success. Engaging Jackson in meaningful dialogue allows the organization to better understand what type of coaching style, communication approach, and strategic vision will resonate with him, while also ensuring that the chosen coach has the ability to inspire and manage a high-profile, high-impact player. the dynamic between Jackson and the new coach will be critical, as harmony in that relationship can translate directly to on-field performance and overall team morale. Accountability has emerged as a central theme in the Ravens' recent organizational messaging. Steve Bisciotti and the front office have made it clear that past mistakes will not define the team's future, but lessons learned will guide decision-making. The acknowledgement of previous shortcomings, from playoff failures to fourth quarter collapses, demonstrates a commitment to transparency and growth. This level of honesty sets the tone for prospective coaches, signaling that they will be expected to face challenges head-on, provide candid assessments, and implement solutions that produce measurable results. In this environment, leadership is evaluated not only by technical expertise, but by the ability to navigate adversity and foster a culture of resilience among players and staff alike. Another significant factor in the search is the potential for candidates to wear multiple hats. The Ravens are exploring coaches who can contribute in versatile ways, whether as a head coach or coordinator, depending on how the hiring process unfolds. This approach allows the organization to retain top talent, even if the head coach position isn't immediately available, or if certain candidates are better suited for specialized roles. It also ensures continuity and depth within the coaching staff, creating a structure where strategic vision and tactical execution are closely aligned. By thinking several moves ahead, Baltimore positions itself to remain competitive even as personnel shifts occur, maintaining stability while embracing innovation. Communication skills and leadership presence are also critical evaluation metrics in an era where NFL coaches are scrutinized publicly and must navigate complex media landscapes. The ability to articulate a vision, motivate a roster, and manage both internal and external expectations is essential. Prospective candidates are expected to demonstrate not only their technical acumen, but also their capacity to inspire, hold players accountable, and build a culture of trust. This aligns with the organization's broader philosophy of leadership, where accountability, integrity, and performance are intertwined, ensuring that the chosen coach can lead with clarity and confidence. The Ravens' approach reflects a recognition that the league is evolving rapidly. Offenses are becoming faster, defenses are more complex, and player dynamics are more fluid than ever before. Baltimore's leadership is taking these changes into account, ensuring that the next coach can operate effectively in a modern NFL environment. The process emphasizes adaptability, creativity, and the ability to evaluate and develop talent across all positions. By maintaining rigorous standards, the Ravens aim to select a coach who can not only navigate the present challenges, but also anticipate future developments, keeping the team competitive for years to come. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Whispers from the NFL world are starting to circulate with growing intensity, and one name is capturing the attention of Baltimore fans: Mike LaFleur. Known for his innovative offensive schemes and his ability to turn quarterbacks into efficient playmakers, LaFleur is emerging as a dark horse candidate to revamp the Ravens' offense. Sources close to team circles suggest that the front office has been quietly exploring options to inject new life into a unit that has struggled to find consistent rhythm. And LaFleur's name keeps surfacing. LaFleur, whose resume includes shaping one of the league's most dynamic passing attacks, brings a reputation for creativity and adaptability. Observers point to his penchant for spreading the field and designing plays that maximize the strengths of his personnel, a skill set that could mesh intriguingly with the Ravens' mix of talent. The question on everyone's lips: could a team known for its run-first identity be ready to embrace a more balanced, modern offensive philosophy? The speculation is that LaFleur's influence could be just what the Ravens need to bridge that gap, opening new avenues for both the passing game and the development of emerging skill players. Industry insiders note that while LaFleur has not publicly signaled interest, his availability and track record make him a tantalizing option for franchises seeking innovation without the turbulence of a wholesale rebuild. Analysts suggest that the Ravens, long celebrated for their defensive prowess and ground-and-pound consistency, might be quietly positioning themselves for a strategic shake-up. LaFleur's reputation as a touch-of-gold coordinator could provide the spark needed to transform an offense that has often underperformed relative to its potential. As rumors swirl, fans and pundits alike are weighing the possibilities. Could LaFleur's fingerprints on Baltimore's playbook mark the dawn of a new offensive era? Or is this simply another chapter in the endless cycle of NFL speculation? For now, the buzz alone is enough to capture imaginations, hinting at a future where the Ravens' attack could look very different from anything seen in recent seasons. One thing seems certain: if the front office moves, LaFleur could be the architect of something transformative. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.